What's up, guys? Hope you've been having a fantastic week so far. Once again, another Warhammer video for you guys. We're doing Abaddon Part 2, just because I kind of want to finish that off, because we did the Part 1 recently, and I think it'd be a good way to just kind of finish it off and just get it done and over with. I want to apologize for my lack of uploads. I'm just finishing up my summer semester for school, so it's kind of worn me out a little bit. Also, I'm working full time, so that's also drained me quite a bit. To say I'm exhausted is an understatement. I'm very tired. I'm very tired. Like I slept for 12 hours last night. It's just because I just was just so tired, you know. So my apologies for not having a consistent upload schedule. That's just me kind of being lazy. There's no really excuse for it. I know you guys look forward to these videos, at least to a degree, and I do apologize that it's not as consistent as it should be. I'll get more on the consistent schedule with this. I can't even speak right now. I'm just so lost, but I'll try to get a more consistent schedule regarding that. So try to expect that a little bit. I'm gonna try to record it ahead of time whenever I have any free time. I'll try to record a video or two there and there, just because you guys deserve that, and I love to do this for you guys. If you guys do enjoy this video, guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And the original video will, of course, be in the description as well. Make sure I show him some love. He does a phenomenal job with these videos. Make sure you give him subscribe, just like his video. Anything you can do for him, he deserves it. Let's get to it.
Farseer Eldrad Ulthway.
Oops, wrong one.
General Medicaid warning. The views expressed in 5-ish resulting in unconsciousness. Please consult your local physician for more information.
Wait,
All right, bring on the Abaddon, baby.
we're doing another Abaddon video?
Damn straight.
Why?
Because yes.
The last one was sufficient.
That hair, though.
Hang on a tick. The blasted vocalization modulator isn't working.
Oh.
Oh, that's 10,000 thrones wasted. Bloody Imperial must have fleeced me. Highest quality, my shiny metal ass. Alright, whatever. The Commissar's going to have to make do with a filthy Xenos recording his introduction segments.
Bring it on.
So after 2017, Games Workshop decided to release a
That's
series
fun.
of books in an effort to
honestly, I
make
forgot they
Abaddon the
felt.
Harmless into something other than a wet kitten trapped in a paper bag screaming Creed until his larynx collapsed.
Oh.
They had already been in the process of this for over a decade, using the Horus Heresy series to reimagine Abaddon from the top down as more than a dry cat turd. They actually turned around and showed Abaddon as he was before he started sniffing lines of cocaine off Slaanesh's thighs. Abaddon was actually a decent leader and displayed about the same amount of charisma as a wet fart, which, all things being said, is a massive improvement. He was a member of the Mournival, Horus Lupercal's advisory council, and alongside him were three others, Torek Turgarden, Little Horus Axeman, and Garviel Loken. Abaddon's role in this council was supposedly to give Horus advice, but really what he did in this council
That's
was
cool
shut
armor,
the hell up
though.
and do exactly what Horus told
Really
him to do.
clean looking. I
There
like
was only
that.
a few times where he actually took the role that he was supposed to have seriously and tried to give Horus advice, which usually ended in Abaddon throwing a fit and storming out, only to come crawling back to Horus's feet later to beg for forgiveness.
Shocked.
All in all, though, he was fairly loyal to the tenets of the Great Crusade in the Imperium at large. So where did this loyal Space Marine turn wrong? At any point that you had to ask such questions, the only real thing that you need to know is hashtag blame Lorgar. The Word Bearers had been doing some sneaky breaking, and one of the things they snuck into a lot of the other legions was the concept of the Warrior Lodges. Abaddon, of course, himself was a card-carrying member of said Warrior Lodges, and made it a point to recruit as many people as he could to this little illegal organization by the Emperor's own decree. When Horus got shanked on a moon orbiting Davin, Abaddon was
tabletop.
one of the first ones who decided to betray everything he had stood for and take Horus to a snake temple.
That's funny.
Oh my.
Damn it, okay.
He threw everything away so just maybe Daddy would live, and anyone who actually had principles became his enemy. Seriously, his character shift between loyal son of the Emperor and let's betray the Emperor happened so fast when I read it, I tried to sue for whiplash. I often mock Lorgar for having daddy issues, but nobody had more daddy issues than Abaddon himself. The second that Garviel Loken objected to taking Horus to the temple, Abaddon went from, Garviel, you're my brother and I love you, to, I want you dead, you suck. Everything
Oh.
about you sucks. Your shoes, ass. Your cut, ass. Your sword skills, ass. Essentially,
He just might have much of a cut, though. I mean, he is bald. And that sword does look pretty intimidating. I mean, that thing's all like electrocutey and shit. So you get touched by that, it's gonna tickle, you know. But I mean, he doesn't have a cut. I mean, he is bald. Now, like if you can rock bald, you know, man, that's props to you. All right, think about it, you have to, to really, shampoo. You have to style it on, man. You just wake up, look like you're just looking good. You know, never dish on a man that's with a bald head. And if they look good with that, elite, elite, and that's just facts. So if any of you guys watch this video and you guys have a bald head and you guys rock that, props to you, man. Props to you. Props to you.
Abaddon took it on himself to just take a shit on Garvey Logan at any point that he could. After the betrayal at Isfahan 3, Abaddon spends most of his time either questioning Horus or defending him, and he can never seem to decide which. Remember, at the end of the heresy, Abaddon is supposed to believe that Horus screwed all of this up. Basically, at this point in the writing, Abaddon is written like he's going through puberty, already between "I love you, Dad," "Fuck you, Dad," half the time on the same page of text. Eventually, Abaddon starts noticing that Horus is addicted to chaos and spends more time chasing the dragon than planning the invasion. Horus got worse and worse about this, and nothing sucks worse than trying to—
What a great leader, right? He's dicking around instead of actually planning the invasion. Solid leader. Honestly, I think Abaddon's the best leader in the entire 40k verse, honestly. I don't think anyone can really like handle his, strategic and just combat skill. He's clearly the most elite. That is sarcasm, by the way. Complete sarcasm. He sucks ass.
To plan a military invasion with a leader who's snorting a line of coke off a hooker's ass while trying not to think about the VD he's going to get from said hooker at the same time he's waving around a sword, then screaming revolution. In fact, the only good tactical decision Horus made was to give overall military command of the Siege of Terra to Perturabo. And after Perturabo had simply had enough of the sheer stupidity, he left. And Horus's only real tactical plan was to just throw everything at the wall until something gave. Horus did this until the Dark Angels and Ultramarines broke through the warp, at which point Horus started panicking, trying to figure out how to salvage something out of this that could be called the one.
I don't know how big he is. I mean, he's a big man, though. It's a shame he sucks, but I mean, he is huge. Yeah, that's for Space Marine terms. Unless he's on like step ladder or something, to make himself seem more intimidating. But he's a big man.
Win from the disaster that it became. I wonder if that's going to become a recurring theme, like Fething father, like Fething son. At this point, Abaddon was the only member of the Mournival left. Garvey Logan left because a hot blonde told him to, and Horus tried to kill him. Terra—
Is that a real thing? Like, I thought Space Marines can't, do the deed. They don't need to fall for anyone. I thought we covered that in, I think it was 3 or 4 videos ago when we covered, like purely Space Marines. I could be wrong. If I am, you guys can correct me in the comments. Unless he's not a Space Marine, but he has to be a Space Marine. I don't know. You guys can kind of fix up in the comments because you guys are way better at this and you guys are way more intelligent when it comes to Warhammer. You guys put me to shame. So if you guys can clear that up a little bit, I appreciate that because I did not expect that. That's a weird way, okay?
Garden, dead.
Can't comprehend
Horus
that.
Aximon was killed by the hot blonde sent Garviel. Essentially, Horus had one advisor left, which was Abaddon, but he wasn't listening to Abaddon anymore. He was listening to the 4 Chaos Gods, who told Horus he was the best boy ever and the strongest creature in the universe. To prove it, Horus dropped the shields on his flagship and thereby invited the actual strongest thing in the universe on board.
It's obviously Keanu Reeves, right? It has to be Keanu Reeves. Obviously, I mean, the Emperor's one thing, man, but you got Keanu Reeves. Can't do shit against that man. Just look at that face. Can't do nothing. You can't do anything to him. All right, he's perfection. Speaking of that, I'll be doing the John Wick chapter 4. It's called reaction. I think the trailer dropped. I would say a week ago. I love John Wick. If you guys have never watched John Wick, please watch them. They are amazing. They are amazing. Top-notch movies. Watch them.
Who proceeded to delete Horus from existence. Good game, noob. And then guess what happens? Apparently Abaddon has a change of heart, because before that he had been all fuck dead, he's a sent for the Chaos Gods, now he's crying bitter incel tears as he drags his dead father's body back to the Eye of Terror while getting chased by Sigismund and the Imperial Fist the entire way.
Jeez.
So now we have this incredible backstory for Abaddon, the greatest Chaos Lord, the strongest active being in the galaxy, the master strategist, and what do they do with him?
You failed!
TF2 reference, by the way. Perfect.
Yeah, he still sucks. Basically, let me tell you what really happened on the 13th Black Crusade. No, Abaddon didn't have some great idea about how to employ the Blackstone Fortress onto the surface of Cadia.
How does someone have this much power and influence and suck so much? You know what I'm saying? Like how can you have all of this power and just influence at your fingertips and you still mess it up? You know? Like that's just mind-boggling to me. Like how much he sucks as a leader.
There
It's like
was
there's no
nothing
strategic
of that in
planning.
his head. Let me tell you what really happened. He was getting his shit rammed in by Creed
Shocked.
again, ran out of hair ties to make his top knot longer again, and then when he was sitting there watching his Cornite Berserkers get their shit pushed in by a bunch of humans, he finally
Wait, so they're humans and not space marines? He's getting shit on by just humans. Oh my gosh.
had enough and just took a Blackstone Fortress and threw it at the planet in 40K's version of I'm taking my ball and going home now.
Don't tell me his army's
Anybody
down
that
there.
tries to tell me that Abaddon did this on purpose or it was part of some great master plan is on crack, because here's the thing. You don't sit there and do that with your entire army on a planet. He did.
I knew it. I can literally. I've watched 2 videos on this guy, and I already knew this was gonna happen. That he was just gonna f this up and just have his army down there. That's awful. I knew it. I just knew it because it's just how he is. He released that thing not just to attack his enemies, but just it also would kill and destroy his army. Oh my gosh, he sucks.
Did it because he was throwing a temper tantrum, and afterwards, instead of just admitting it, he pulled a Zinch.
Justice Clan!
Master strategist my ass. He can't put together an army. He can't lead. The only thing he's
So
capable
hard he
of doing
wins.
is herding cats
Fails
into a
so hard
direction
he
and yelling,
wins.
go! If you were looking
I
for
have
more on
planned
this
that.
rant, I really ain't got nothing for you. Abaddon's a piece of crap. He's always been a piece of crap. He'll remain a piece of crap forever, and his arms are still falling off his model to this day. After hundreds of books of character development, games where he's given character development, everything else of a character development, he's still a character development black hole that
my
is never going to
gosh.
get any better because he's had 30 years of character development.
30 years and he still sucks. Holy shit. 30 years. First of all, that just put a mindset into how much lore is in Warhammer. You know, I'm over trying to pick and poke at what to watch. There's over 30 years of this shit. Well, guys, if it makes you feel better, Warhammer content will not be slowing down anytime soon. Holy crap.
Development and is still the biggest piece of shit in the galaxy,
Facts.
of which I'm more afraid of the tactical acumen of a Tyrannid than I am of him. And as far as if I was living in the 40K universe, there's only one thing I'd like to do to Abaddon.
I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want
gosh.
to tell him what a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-living, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Where's the Tylenol? That was awesome. That's exactly what I was expecting. I knew that he was going to put some funny jokes there and just make it amazing. That was perfect. That was perfect. And that last scene got me. It was just perfect. That's exactly how I'd feel about him too. Ah, it's crazy though. 30 years of lore, and he's still a pussy. I mean, with the backstory and everything. I mean, it's just like he's just a never-ending stream of L's. You know, like you think after all the times he's failed that he would just not lead, but I bet you his ego is just so far up his butt that he just can't accept it. Obviously, you can't accept it. But this was great. This was great. I needed this video. I needed this today. It's been a long week. So again, I do apologize for the lack of uploads. I needed this, so thank you. It's perfect. Perfect way to end my week. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I surely did. If you guys want to like, subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. And the original video will be in the description. Make sure you guys show him some love. He has 6.47K subscribers. He deserves way more than this because he doesn't just make good content, but he puts a lot of personality into it. He doesn't just sit there and just lecture. Like, he puts a lot of jokes in there, a lot of puns and whatnot. And I do appreciate that because it kind of makes it seem like less hardcore. Because, you know, you watch anything with Warhammer, it's pretty hardcore stuff. You know, obviously, you know, some pretty messed up stuff. But he puts a little lightheartedness to it, which is someone who is new, like myself. I greatly appreciate that because it makes me enjoy it that much more. You know, you get a nice little laugh out of it. You kind of make fun of him a little bit. So he deserves way more than 6.47. I mean, that number does not reflect his skill in editing and his commentary skills and just how he makes his videos at all. He deserves way more than that. So please, if you guys have not subscribed to him, please do it. Please. He deserves it, okay? I will see you guys in the next one. I should be uploading again very soon. I'm going to try to get better on all this stuff. I'm going to try to put some more time to the side for you guys because I think you guys deserve that. and stay safe. I'll see you guys next one. Take it easy.